Oh, hey everybody. Hey y'all, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was even on. Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to Candid Conversations. Tonight we got a really interesting topic and we got a special guest coming on. And as always, we're going to answer questions and answers. And we had a question about, oh, y'all know what? I got to put the link up here in the comment box. We had a question about K-1 visas and work permits. So we're going to answer that question. And we're going to talk about our topic. Okay. So let me tell you first the topic for tonight. The topic for tonight is red flags that this is not going to work. It is not real. And romance scams. So basically, we're going to talk about romance scams. And so by the end of the show, you're going to have a better understanding of what a scammer is. Because, while doing my research for this topic, man, I realized a lot of people aren't being scammed. They're just being used. Okay. And there is a big difference. And we talked about the differences. I found out the differences. So I'm going to break those down. Okay. So let me let Georgie on. So to break down the differences so you'll know the difference between a scammer and a user. And you know what, y'all? There's something else. There's a narcissist. Okay. So there's three things we got to look out for. Okay. So first thing we're going to do. Hey, Georgie.
Hey,
Can you hear me,
everybody.
Georgie?
Yes, I
How you doing?
can. I can hear you.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Oh, good. That's good. So how's your weekend so far?
So far, good. Can't complain. Got rid of the kids. That's always good.
That's always a good, yeah, that's always a good weekend. So hey,
Mm-hmm.
look, first thing to do is answer the question talking about the K-1 visa and the work permit, because that was a really good question, because even with all my videos, I never talked about that. I never even thought about that. I never even thought about that you could apply for when your loved one, your first in a rise in the United States, you can apply for a work permit. Okay. So,
Right.
Georgia, you want to go over that question on what we were talking about, and then I'll just tell you like the answer again.
Okay. As many women were asking what is the best route to go as far as filing for a visa. Either the K-1, which is the fiance visa, or the CR-1, which is the spousal visa. And
Mm-hmm.
I usually the better answer, or people would say the better route would be the spousal, just because you could automatically come the guy could automatically come in after everything the process is over, which take roughly like a year or so. But they could come in and work right away. They could get their social security right away. They get their license right away, and everything is free and clear for them to function as citizens. Whereas the K-1 is usually a wait, like maybe a 2 year or longer wait, from what I heard. And
Mm-hmm.
but what we didn't know was the something that you could file. Whereas the guy on a K-1, the guy could file something that will allow the guy
Mm-hmm.
to work, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
temporarily. So
Right.
I want you to explain that, take over for there, because you know a little bit more about that.
Okay, so everybody, I am so glad Georgie brought this up because I completely forgot about this. Okay, the spousal visa, like we were talking about, that one is it takes longer. It takes 12 to 18 months, and it costs more. But the difference is when your person gets here, they're able to work, they're able to travel. Like, say you guys want to go back to Nigeria for something, or go back to Africa or anywhere, you're that on the CR1 or the immigrant visa. Okay. But on the K-1 visa, if your person comes here on the fiance visa, you can't do anything until your other paperwork comes through, and you have to file for those things. Okay. So you have to, after the wedding, you have to file to adjust the status. Okay. And that's basically what the CR1 visa was. Okay. So we got that. So after the CR1 visa, so once you come here with the fiance visa, like I said, you can't work. Once you cannot work, you can file for what is called a work permit. Okay. And what a work permit is, a work permit would allow you to work while your paperwork comes through. Okay. So you will be able to work while you're waiting for your paperwork to come through, but you do pay for the work. And I believe it's like maybe $700, something like that. So the work permit is pretty expensive. Okay. But I think, and I forgot how long it lasts. It lasts for some months. So it's not like it lasts the whole time. You got to keep renewing it also. Okay. So that is another option for you guys to think about, is the K-1 visa. And the K-1 visa normally would take longer shorter than the spousal visa. But because of COVID, it messed everything up. So the K-1 visa is now taking longer. Okay. So that's what's going on with that. So it is easier. Well, I'm not going to say easier, but that's another option to file for that work permit if you want to go with the K-1 visa. Okay. Now, Georgie, did that make sense?
Yes, it
did
is.
I explain that well?
I feel like you explained it well, and I still feel like the spousal visa may be your better bet. That's your better option, because why go through filing this, paying the extra money? Then you have to either, I don't know whether you have to refile or whether you have to just wait the 2 years. I don't know, but it just seemed like it's a better choice to go with the spousal. That's in my opinion.
It is.
In my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I thought also. After I checked out both of them, I felt like the spousal visa was better for me. But some people, they may not have the money. They don't want to wait. They want to have their person here right away. For different reasons, they may want to go with the the K-1 visa. So, but the K-1 visa, like I said, they were going faster, but now I think they're going longer. Okay, it's taking the K-1 visa is actually taking longer now. Well, they're all taking a long time, but the K-1 visa, yeah, they started processing it again, but I think the processing is not nearly as fast as it used to be. Right. So I hope that whoever is in that situation, that is an option for you guys, okay, to file a K-1 visa and then file for the work permit. Okay. So that was our immigration question for tonight. We always like to do our question and answer, everybody. And at 8:15, we're going to have a special guest come on, which her name is Aint, and she actually went to Nigeria. And I like to have, you guys come on and talk about your trips, because it encourages other women to go out and take a trip to Africa, and, makes Africa seem like it's not so foreign or so alien. So Erin's going to come on and share her experience. So while we're waiting for Erin, we're going to go ahead and move into our topic. So you guys, this topic, while researching this topic, it was crazy. It was really crazy because it was so much. And the deeper that I dug, girl, it was like, what?
Right.
What?
Right. It's crazy. What? It's crazy.
Right. Right. And it's like you don't know this stuff, and if you don't research this stuff you're not gonna know. You're just not gonna know these things. Okay. So first thing, you guys, we're gonna talk about. Right. Oh my God, Georgie, girl. Oh, it's Sarah. Look, you guys, Sarah's here. Right. Fall victim. That's the whole thing.
I miss you, Sarah.
How's it going?
I'm glad you're here. We missed you.
Yeah, I'm actually driving right now, but I'm almost home.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
So we were just going over, we were talking about scammers. We was talking about signs that Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit delayed, so I'm gonna just listen to you and I'm gonna cut
Okay.
in when I can, okay?
Okay.
Okay, mute for me, Sarah, like the kids say, mute. So look, scammers, y'all, let's get back on topic. Okay, so look, what I found out is this, there is a difference, okay? Scammers are one thing, then there's users, and then there's narcissists, okay? And we get them all mixed up because we don't know the difference. But tonight we're going to learn the difference, okay? So what scammers look for certain people, certain types. You know how men have a certain type of woman that they like? A scammer has a certain type that he likes, okay? A scammer likes somebody who's a widow, somebody whose spouse has passed on, somebody who's divorced, and somebody who's depressed. And these women to target tend to be older white women. We think like, what? You know, whenever I hear like, you know, when you find talking to somebody from Africa, they're like, oh, especially Nigeria, oh, they're gonna scam you, oh, you're being scammed, you know. So I'm like, wait a minute. So all these people can't be being scammed then if you know, because we're not older white women. We're not widowers, we're not, well, some of us are divorced, but some people are depressed, okay? But by and large, Black women were not fitting this profile. So, but every time you date an African, that's the first thing you hear, that this person is a scammer. Okay, so Georgie, tell me some of the red flags you think, or Sarah, jump in if you want to. Tell me some of the red flags you guys would think are, you know, red flags about scammers, that you dating a scammer. Let's see if we know.
Okay. When you start hearing repeated
oh, Aaron, click on the link. Yes.
Repeated
like
sob
what?
story.
Tell us what a repeated sob story is.
Like, oh, my mother.
Aaron, click on the
just passed away.
Section. Like what?
Like, oh, my mother passed away. Oh, I have to take care of my mother. I need help, and I just don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, I'm hungry, and I lost my job due to the pandemic, and
yeah.
Oh my God, just a sob story, just a sob story.
Exactly. Okay, I'm gonna let Aaron on.
So I think that a sign that you're a scammer is going to be that if I ask you, can we FaceTime? And you always got some type of excuse as to why you can't FaceTime me or talk to me in person.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's real good. Because that is the main one that you'll come across, that can you in person. Or it's my camera broken. Something is always wrong, you know, with, oh, for some reason I can't add Aaron. I don't know why.
Oh, here she goes. I see it. I see her.
Oh.
Okay, hold on.
She's off now.
Yeah, I can't get her on the screen. Okay. Aaron, I'm not sure why I can't put you on the screen. So hold on, let me Sarah, let me try to drop you off for a minute and then call back in like 10 minutes, Sarah. So Sarah, come back on in 10 minutes. I think I can only get 3 people. Oh, there she is. Okay. No, it didn't work. Something happened. Hold on, y'all. But keep talking, Sarah. Keep going while I'm trying to get her on.
Okay, so like I was saying, like they will never want to talk to you in person, or like if you try to call them, they have to talk to you at very specific times of the day. You can't get to them at any random time.
Yep.
The pictures will probably be like maybe one or two attractive pictures that are like a little bit too attractive, and then maybe the rest of the pictures are like a landscape or something weird, so that because they only got that one picture of the person, because it's not their real picture.
Right.
Exactly. Good.
Hi, Erin.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Okay.
Hello.
Hey.
So Aaron just got back. I don't know, but if you know, but Erin just got back from Nigeria, and she's going to tell us all about her experience. So go ahead, Erin, and talk to us, honey.
Oh my goodness, I don't even know where to start, but in a nutshell, I had a blast. It was one of the best experiences of my life. I went all by myself. It was my first time flying anywhere. I'm 44 years old, and it was my first time ever being on a plane. But I did really well. I'm very proud of myself. And I had a connected flight at that. I left Nashville and went to Chicago, and from Chicago I went to Frankfurt, Germany, and from Frankfurt, Germany I went to Lagos.
Wow.
But I went there to meet my fiance for the first time in person, and it was just like, you know, we've been knowing each other, you know, in past life. We hit it off even better in person than we did over the phone. I got to meet his family. I saw some of my other friends while I was there. And one thing that I can say that I noticed while there, my stay was for 5 days. Nigeria is nothing like the way people, you know, try to perceive it to be. You know, you do have to be cautious of some things. I will say that if you know somebody that's over there that you really trust, it makes the experience a whole lot better, because, you know, it is some things that you do have to look out for. But it's so much beauty there at the same time. And I just absolutely fell in love with it so much to the point where I can't wait to go back. And I've even considered relocating, even if it's just for a year. The only thing that's kind of slowing me down on that is I have a little one. I got a 10-year-old son, and I just don't really know how he'll adapt to it. But I do plan on taking another trip over there with him to see how he'll react, you know, to the environment, because it's a lot going on, but it's so fun. And I felt like I was where I was supposed to be. It's totally different than here in the States, you know, from the people, the surroundings, the environment, everything, you know, it's a different world, you know, a totally different world, but I enjoyed every bit of it. It's an experience I'll never forget, and I will encourage anybody that's, you know, considering going to Nigeria to go. You know, don't believe the hype. Everything that you hear about it is not true. It's not as bad as people try to make it seem. Some of that is exaggeration. It really is, but it's beautiful parts to it. You know, we went over to Lakey, to Victoria Island. I was able to cross the long bridge and go over there. I had a good friend that drives for Uber, and he drove me and my fiance every day while I was there. And it made the experience so much more pleasant, you know, and less stressful. And I got to see a lot more, you know. Beautiful. The hotel even that I stayed in, it was just absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. The whole experience, you know. I'll encourage anybody to go and see for yourself. Just give it a try, you know, and I'm so glad that I did it. I don't have any regrets. The whole process was smooth. The only mishap that I had was on the way back. And I told you this, KeKe, in the email. I missed my flight in Chicago. All the way back, I missed my flight. But the lines were so long in customs and immigration. You had to go through so much, and then had to go through security. And I had to catch a shuttle to my terminal on the way back. And by the time I got to my gate, the plane had already departed. So, but United handled that right away and got me on another flight 2 hours later. So it still worked out, you know. So I don't have any regrets.
That's beautiful. That is so beautiful.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
oh my goodness. And my fiance, his family, you know, they made it even better. Just beautiful people. So welcoming, you know, welcome me into their home. We ate plenty good food, fried rice. Oh my God, the noodles. Oh my God, they have a lot of everything over there that we have. We went to ShopRite to in Acacia to the mall, and I was shocked to see that they have a lot of what we have. I saw Krispy Kreme and KFC and Pizza Hut, Domino's, all of that. All of that was over there, and you know I pigged out. I did. I showed out. I ate all of it, and it was delicious. I even got me some puff KeKe on the street. Bought me some puff. I sure did. I sure did. And the groundnut. It was so good. And my friend, he brought me some chin chin. That was good too. Ate all of it. Loved it.
Now the chin chin, I never had that, but I did have the puff puff.
Yeah, I think it's like the excess off of the puff, but it's harder, more crunchy, but it's good. It tastes a lot like puff, but it's just harder. It's really good. It's sweet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, really good.
It is sweet, but it's good.
But KeKe, you should share my pictures. Yeah. It's just little crumble pieces, and it's sweet. It has a sweet taste to it. It's really good. It's really good.
Yeah, it is. It's really good, and I like them, especially when they're fresh.
Exactly.
So, tell me, okay. I'm gonna pull up this picture now. Can y'all see this? Oh, I can show it on my phone. Can y'all see that one? Aaron, can you see it?
I can barely see it.
I can see it.
Who are these people?
That's my fiance. He has a very large family. It's 8 of them. It's 7 boys and 1 girl. So that's one of his elder brothers, Victor, and his wife and their kids. Let's see. I'm the one in the red shirt, and his brother and his wife is in the middle, and the brother is over on the other end, and all the kids. Some of them are friends, but some of them are their kids as well.
Aaron, I'm sorry, Aaron, did you get married when you was down there to this trip?
I didn't get married. We did get engaged, though.
Okay.
We did get engaged. Yeah. So we was just flexing right there. we was just flexing right there on that picture, but no,
That's cute.
Huh?
At the mall. Where were you? This picture. Where were you?
With the rings
Oh, this
on?
one is really cute. This one is really cute. Look, this is.
Oh yeah, we were at the hotel. Yeah, we stayed at it's a hotel called God Touch Apartments. They're in Acacia, GRA. Beautiful place. I recommend them to anybody. But that's the restaurant actually inside of the hotel. We were eating our complimentary breakfast that morning.
Aaron, you gonna make me book my ticket?
Please do. I told KeKe, I said we all need to plan a trip and go back over there together. Have a girls trip and go over there. Yeah, that'll be fun.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Okay. This one.
Let's see. Okay, that's another brother, one of his elder brothers, Precious, and his wife and his niece, and one of his other brothers, Stanley, and that's my boo right there in the middle with his fine self. And that's me, and the children are his brother's precious kids. I love my man, girl. I'm blessed.
Right.
I'm a blessed woman.
Right. supposed to. Yeah, you're supposed to.
Amen.
You're supposed to, honey.
Yeah, I'm proud.
Think that was
I'm very,
it.
very proud.
So tell us the name of that hotel again so we can put it in the comment section so people, because people want to know a good place to stay. Now, did it have a kitchen in there or didn't have?
They got everything. They got a full restaurant and bar. They got a pool. They room service. They even got laundry. They'll come and get your laundry for you and do it for you. Oh my God, it's a 4-star hotel. Oh my God, it's nice. It's beautiful. I got other pictures, KeKe, that I can send you of the hotel itself. If you want to post those later for everybody to see.
Yeah, actually,
beautiful place.
Video. Can I do that? Can I make a video and put it on my page?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, send me pictures you want me to put on there, because I would love to do that. Because you know what, Aaron, that's really why I started this channel. Because when I first started going to Nigeria, there was nothing out there. There was no African American woman going to Nigeria by herself at all. And every time I would talk to people about it, they would just give me these stories about, you're gonna get killed, you're gonna get kidnapped, using you, blah 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 blah. And it was just so much of that, and it was just you gotta really get away from that. And I just really, that's why I tell people, you gotta go inside. You got to turn to your Most High God, because that's what I did. And I just asked God to lead me. And the first time I went, I met a friend, and it wasn't romantic. It wasn't any of that. It was just somebody, like you said, your Uber friend who showed me around Nigeria. And this person took me all around Nigeria, and it was just wonderful. And I got there safely. I met the whole family. I went to the village. I did things that, most Americans wouldn't even get a chance to do.
We'll run away from.
I was just so thankful. Yeah, and you just got to take a chance, and if God leads you there, He's gonna protect you. He's gonna really protect you.
Absolutely.
Now, Aaron, tell me the name of that hotel again, or just email it to me. You can email. I can. It's God's Touch Apartments. God's Touch Apartments. God's Touch. They're in apartments. In Ikeja. And it's in Ikeja. They're in Ikeja. Yeah, that's where I always stay. Now tell me, how did you like Ikeja? I like staying in Ikeja because it was like it was a lot of excitement to me. It was, a lot of people around. It was always something to do. I liked Ikeja a lot. Yeah. And did you like it? So did you get a chance to go to the shrine? Does your guy, does he do the shrine, or he doesn't go to the shrine? How does he feel about Fela Kuti and the shrine? Does he talk about that? Did he take there, anything like that? No. He didn't say anything to me about that. I'm unfamiliar with that. So it's not to say that he doesn't know, but he hasn't mentioned it to me. I have to ask him about it. Yeah, it's so unfortunate because, a lot of the people in Nigeria don't go there because, it's like, how the bar in your town, and people say, oh, don't go to that bar. They shoot up that bar. They use drugs in that bar. It's that kind of place, but it's really not that kind of place. It just has a bad reputation. And, and it's how people think about Fela. And it's just all just lies and rumors. So you really just need to go and just check it out. Because it's when my ex took me there, yes, he was shocked because he said, I lived in Ikeja all my life and I never been here. He said never. And I can't believe it was this nice. He said, I believed it was just what people said it was. It was just full of drug addicts and gangsters, and it was an unsafe place, but so far from the truth. It's really nice. It's really inexpensive, and it's a good place. Yeah, it's a good place to hang out. So let me ask you something else. So if you don't mind, for some of the ladies, because we're talking about tonight, learning if your relationship is real or if it's Now, how did you meet your fiance? Do you mind sharing that with us, how you met your fiance?
I don't know. I met him online on a dating site. I did. But the thing is, you know, we started out being friends at first, you know, getting to know each other. We didn't just jump into anything right away. We were friends for a really long time. And it just progressed over time into something more.
What dating site were you on?
Oh my God. It was a Nigerian dating site. If you didn't ask me, I could have told you. Let me research and I'll send it to you. I promise. I can't think of it off of the top of my head, but I promise you.
Meeting men. When I was looking, you know, the research on the scammers and everything, that was one thing they warned against, meeting people on online dating sites. Okay, that was one of the good things. That was one of the ones they really talked about. So tell me, why didn't you? Because I know you. If I know this, I know you had to know that was one of the big red flags. A dating site, it was a no-no. So tell me, like, even though you knew that, why did you pursue that? You didn't. What made you feel?
You know what's funny? It's usually not my thing. Believe it or not, I really stay away from dating sites. But you know, I wanted to venture out and try something different. And I knew that I just didn't know anybody at that time, specifically directly from Nigeria. But you know, I took a chance. And I was very cautious, you know, and observant about who, you know, I engaged with and who I chose to give my information to. I would recommend anybody to be very, very cautious. You know, sometimes people are very obvious off top, and you can pick up really quickly that they're up to no good. You know, people that, you know, put up fake profiles, you know, fake pictures, or if they have an issue with getting on WhatsApp or, you know, any kind of video where you can actually see them and verify who they are, I would stay away. That's a major red flag. Major red flag off top, you know. But if you can see the person face to face, you know, anywhere you go, regardless whether it's Nigeria, the United States, wherever, you have to be careful anywhere you go this day and time, especially, you know. So, you know, just use, you know, common sense, you know, is what I just tell anybody. You know, sometimes, you know, the signs are there and you can pick up on it very easily if a person is up to no good or not. But like me and my fiance, you know, like I said, we started out friends at first. We were friends for a while, you know, a long time before it progressed and got, you know, to this point. And even when we decided to date, we 7 months into it now. So it took most of the year for me to even convince myself to even go over to meet him in person, you know. So just take your time and feel the person out. Don't rush into anything.
Amen.
So how long did you before you felt comfortable enough to go over there to meet this person? Like, how long did you wait before on the instant, okay, I'm going?
Okay, I met him October of 2020. And up until I say about 2 months ago is when I started planning to, you know, go over there, because initially it was like, no, you're going to come over here and see me first. But, you know, it was so difficult, as you know, KeKe, I'm sure you are in Georgia, you all are aware how hard it is for them to get Nigeria, their government.
It's kind of like, I want to say one thing. It's kind of like, even though they were saying, oh, Trump got the restriction on lock, it's still, even when Trump is out the office, it's still the same thing. It's a different restriction, but it's the same situation. So it's kind of like impossible for them to come and visit.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I just got a call, y'all. I'm sorry for interrupting, but yeah, they don't make it easy for, you know, them to get out of the country, even if they wanted to. You know, everybody, they don't have the resources available, and then it's so many hoops they have to jump through just to leave, you know. So I took a chance, and you know, like KeKe said, you know, I know who I am spiritually, I know who I belong to. I prayed about it, and you know, it fell on my heart. I was led to go, And I knew that I would be covered and I wouldn't have anything to worry about it. So I stepped out on faith and I took a chance and I went, and I'm so glad that I did it. I didn't allow the enemy to, you know, it put that fear in me to keep me away, because you can miss your blessing like that at the same time. You know, be cautious, but don't allow fear to take over at the same time. You have to be confident in who you are and step out on faith and just believe that if it's meant to be, it's going to work out anyway, you know, and you have to know that, you know.
Yes. That is so true. Yes, it is so very, very. Now, another question I want to ask. So that was a nice period of time that you waited before you went over there. So the whole time that you talking to him, you're seeing videos of him. You guys are video talking. You guys are having conversations. Did you guys have any disagreements during this whole time? And if so, how did you handle them, and what were they about? If you don't mind telling us.
Oh no, not at all. Of course we had disagreements. You know, I think that's anybody sit here and tell you that they've never had any disagreements, they lying. Okay, I'm real. You know, and I'm transparent. But it's part of the growing process. It's part of getting to know, you know, each other. But you know, open communication, hearing each other out. You know, because the cultures are different. You know, what's a big deal to them may not be a big deal to us, and vice versa. But that's that learning phase. That's that learning curve that you have to go through. You know what I mean? But hearing each other out, communication is key. It's huge in any relationship, but in long distance relationships, you know, it takes a little bit more work. And it's all about what you make it, you know, and you have to really want it, you know. But we just hear each other out and try to understand and meet somewhere in the middle, you know, and it works out. It does. We really love each other, and you know, the love compensates for it, and we work hard at it.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it just me, or do you feel long distance relationship forces you to really learn the person versus somebody that's maybe down the street, or it really forces you to actually, you have a choice, but you don't have no choice but to actually dig deep just to keep it going or whatever? How do you feel about that?
Absolutely, I agree with you, because it's nothing else, right? All you have is each other's word. You know, that person's not there with you and you're not there with them. So trust is a huge factor. You know, it's big. You have to have that in order for it to work. You know, but I think it's, in my opinion, and it's not to dilute down anybody's relationship that's local, but I think, you know, in long distance, to me, it's more genuine. And because it's strictly based off of trust and the love that you have for each other. You can't be around each other. You can't see each other when you want. You really have to trust each other. You know, it's more, what's the word that I'm looking for? It has a little bit more meaning behind it. You know, I guess what I'm trying to say, versus a local, you know, relationship, because you're kind of put in position to where you have no other choice, you know, but to trust the person. So you know that it's gotta be true love that's keeping you there, you know, because anybody could easily date anybody locally that they wanted to, right? That's easy for any of us to do. But in a long distance relationship, it takes a lot of discipline. So you have to really, really want it. And it has to, you know, that love has to be there. It's like the bond that you have that's keeping you connected to that person. So to me, it has a whole lot more meaning behind it. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. I can see that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
But it's a beautiful thing.
So that whole thing really, it according to, you know, what scammers like to do, it can work again to what I was learning and you know, for people who want to, you know, understand about these scammers is that they target people who are older than them. Okay, so they'll target older women. Okay, so usually the man is younger than you. Target somebody who's okay, and that's mainly because older women are more financial. They're a little much. They're a lot more mature, you know, and they can get in their minds. They can get what they want from these women. Okay, but when you're dealing with a scammer, ladies, this is the things how you'll know. Their goal is to obtain money. So no time you were talking to him, and he would have been asking you for money. He wouldn't have just been talking to you all that time and not saying, I want some money. I need some money. Like Georgie said, he would have came up with a story why he needed some money. If he was a scammer, he would have came up quickly with something or why he. And then something else I found out was okay, and they asking for items. Well, there's websites that actually give you cash money for gift cards. Okay. So if they ask you for gift cards, be leery of that, because gift cards are, they can cash those gift cards in on the site and they can get money for it like that. And also another thing, when you're dealing with somebody who's trying to scam you, they will ask you for cell phones, expensive stuff like cell phones. Okay. And like Aaron and Georgie and Sarah, we all said, you were this person. So lady, if somebody's telling you you're dealing with a scammer and you talk to this person on the video phone, that's not a scammer. That's not a scammer, because the scammer will never show you. He's gonna always use his picture. He's gonna always have a problem with his cell phone. He's gonna always have some type of issue, okay? And they usually work on stolen profile. Okay? That's the way you're gonna know that profile picture is not even him. That profile picture will not even be him. And also another thing you'll know, there'll be more than one person. You'll talk to more than one person. So say one night the dude will say, oh, my phone's not working, you know, my camera's not working, talk, and you notice that this guy don't even sound like the dude you was talking to the other night. So then you start saying, well, why you sound like
the lingo is different. Up with excuses.
Now, how I know exactly. Now, one way I know for all this is from doing this research, but also, you guys, I've been to Nigeria and around Nigeria so long. I had a friend who's actually a scammer. Okay, his name is Asalim, and he told me all this. You know, he told me
you're not supposed to put his name out there. He's a scammer.
She told his name.
I mean, that's not the name he used, y'all. He don't use that name. He don't even use that name. He go by a totally different name. They have many. That probably isn't his name anymore. They have so many names. But he just told me how these scammers go. And he was a real life scammer. The real life scammer, but he was cool with me, and he was, because they feel guilty about this scamming. They feel guilty about scamming these women out of all this money, but it's something they really have to do. And they use stolen profiles, pictures, and if you don't send them money, they won't talk to you anymore. So that's another way ladies, whether you do
and they'll want you to send them money, but they won't want you to come and visit them. They will not ask you to come and visit them if they are.
No.
They want you to come and visit. And if you make arrangements, right, Sarah, what they're going to say, something happened, something comes up. Well, something's going to happen and that visit is going to be ruined. That's a big sign if they don't ever want you to come visit, or if you come visit, they don't show up. Yeah, because you never see us, never. And this was something else. So tell me something. What do y'all think? This is what I found interesting. What do you think the educational level is of a scammer? What you think like the background of a scammer is? Like, do you think they went to college? Do you guys think they got?
I think that they're college students, probably.
I think both. I think some may be from poverty, and some may be from like college degree educated. I think both. I believe both.
I think they're probably young people because they're good at technology. And I think that they're probably college students, because I think they're either college students or people who went to college but couldn't find a job yet.
Yeah.
I agree. A lot of them are young. They're very, very young. You'll be surprised. They're very young, like early to barely like 19, 20 years old. And they out here scamming people out of thousands of dollars. It's crazy.
Thousands. Yeah. And the average age, the background of a profile, he usually has a university education. They speak very good English, and they're usually unemployed. They're usually unemployed, but we figured they were usually unemployed because, that's what they got to do to get. But yeah, these are not people that just like what they be saying, they're just bums. No, they're not. Because they're using the internet to commit.
Right.
Yeah, they're real smart. They're very smart men. They're in situations where, this is where they find themselves. And the average age of a scammer was between 20 and 29 years old. That was the average age of a scammer.
Yeah.
So, that's the scammer. The scammer just wants your money. He wants gift cards. He wants cell phones. He's not going to ever show you his. He's going to use a fake picture every single time, and he's never going to meet you. So after I figured that out, understood what the number was, most of us Black women, because they don't target us, for one, they target older white women. Most of us don't deal with scammers. What we deal with is called a user. User is the down user. So the users. Wow.
Right.
Believe it. The users, they relationship, okay? And they'll want you to come visit. They'll video chat with you faithfully every single night. But guess what? They're going to want money. They're going to want your time. They're going to want sex from you. They're going to want everything from you to satisfy them. Okay? But guess what? Guess what? But when it comes to satisfying you, they're never around. Okay? But when they want money, when they want sex, when they want your time, when they want your energy, when they want your emotional support, they're always video calling you, always phoning you. They always want yes. But when it's your turn, when you need something, they're never there.
Nowhere to be found.
So if you notice that in your relationship, but this dude, when it's
that
rough for
happens over
me,
here
when I'm
too.
having a hard time, yeah, it does. Exactly. It happens in the diaspora also. Exactly. So these scammers and users are not just Nigerian men. Users are not just. So that's what we got to realize, y'all, that this same stuff we was looking for here or there.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Because they just Black men with accents. That's what I got to realize. And then, one thing they said.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all. They said the relationship be so one-sided that you find yourself doing everything to make this relationship work. That you find yourself, you'll be the one saying, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that, I gotta fix this, I gotta fix that. When all actuality, this person is the one who, this user is the one who needs to fix these things. Okay. They never help you. Like I said, when you need help, your friend, and another sign is your friends and your family will not like them. Like your friends who, like, if Sarah tell me I don't like him, then I know I better pay attention to that, because that's not like her. So if you got a family member to come around you and say, I don't like this person, you need to pay that. because that's a sign, okay, that this person is a user. Everything is about them. You ever talk to a man and all he want to talk about is about him? He could care less about you or what you're going through, but it's always himself. Yep.
Right.
And you know what else? Your instinct. They said your instinct. You got to listen to your instinct, because your instinct is going to tell you how you really feel, what's really up. Okay. If you feeling funny about this dude and you feeling like stuff ain't right, it probably ain't. It probably.
That's right.
So, and never really like the stuff. It'll be there, but they never say I'm sorry. They never say, you know, oh, I did this wrong. They never say they were wrong. It's always, somehow it's always your fault. Somehow you're always the one to take the blame. Now, if you find yourself in that situation, that's a user. You dealing with a user. Yeah. And they make you feel bad about yourself.
Can I borrow some money? Can I stay at your place if you're in the same country? Can I stay at your place tonight? Something happened at my place. I need to spend the night over your house.
Yes.
Users.
Yes.
Go home. Yes. Go home.
Exactly. You know how they be homeless, basically.
Right.
Let me slide in here. I'm gonna spend the night. How can I spend the
night? Yeah, this is true. This is very true. But you know what?
On the internet.
Yeah, and you know what, KeKe said. I just want to say sometimes they will apologize, because you know they make you feel like they really, really love you.
Yeah, that's
they
true.
make it seem like you are just the apple of their eye. You are the best thing since sliced bread. Okay, they charm you to death.
Yeah,
like they really do. You know, if it's over the top, you know, with the affection, you know, take caution. Watch that. If they fall in love with you too fast, like overnight, be careful.
If they're trying to come over here too fast too, that's another one.
Exactly.
If they're just trying to leave their homeland out of, you know, the second week y'all talking, I'm ready to move to America with you.
Right.
You need to watch out for that, because that could be a user. He could be trying to just get here.
Exactly. Yeah. 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 And some of them I've heard. Now, I don't know how true it is, but they put money spells on these women. Okay. So you know, be careful what you do. Yeah, be careful. Yeah,
that's what they were saying, and I was like, "Oh my God, we don't even know about this. What they doing with this stuff? That's why you got to be really aware." So we're going to move into that, because it's unbelievable the things that they're doing to women to get their money, to get their mind, to get to the United States. Out in Nigeria, and I'm just talking about Nigeria because that's what we researched. But I'm not bashing Nigeria, because you know I love Nigeria. It's just the reality of the situation. And if you're dealing with Nigerian men, are you going to Nigeria? You need to be aware of this stuff, because he's not going to talk to you about it unless because he feels like, why do I know about it? You know, I shouldn't be talking about it. So so that's the thing. Okay, and so this guy, this another way you guys gonna know if he's using you. If you go to Nigeria and he don't introduce you to nobody, okay, and you stay in that hotel or you stay wherever you stay and you don't see no village people, you don't see no family, you don't see no friends. Yeah, that's
beware.
Fake. Trying to tell you.
Beware.
Because tell me, Georgie, Aaron, tell them they're gonna show you to anybody and everybody. The gate man know your name. The shop, the king is gonna know your name. Everybody's gonna know you. If this dude wants you, everybody will know. So that's why you got. If he ain't sure, in Nigeria, and this dude will keep you in a room and not take you anywhere, and that's because he's using you. He's using you to get what he wants, and when he wants something from you,
he has a family.
Come back around.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
That's another thing.
Yes. Oh my goodness, that's a big thing too. They have a whole family somewhere else. Oh yeah.
I told you last week about that hotel I was at. I swear, I think it was for married businessmen, because it was so many in there with all these other women. And this is just like we researched last week, and they said in your culture, adultery, it is acceptable for married men to commit adultery. It is acceptable. Okay.
Exactly.
And when I saw it, it's mind-boggling to us, because we're not used to that, and that's not acceptable. But over there, girl, it was just
okay.
It was like, it was okay.
Yeah.
Pretty much, it was okay. Yes, that's pretty much it. It was okay. And they only contact you. Now, this person who using you, y'all, he gonna only contact you again, like we said, when he wants something from you.
When he wants something. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's going to contact you when he needs something from you, when he wants something from you. Okay, because it's strictly just a one-sided relationship. Oh, girl, sorry. Here I come. It's all about him. You satisfy him. Now,
that's it.
Look, y'all, I went and I got some facts together. Okay, because while I was doing this research, they were coming up. So this is the user. We just talked about user, y'all. So that's the user. So if you're dealing with a user, you get no sign. Okay. There's men out here, different things. These user men will do different things to get you. Okay. And this is when it got creepy and it got scary. And you better watch what you're doing and who you're doing it with. So let me tell y'all. Okay, so the FBI, they warning women, okay, that this romance fraud is a very expensive fraud, okay? And they said more than 21,000 women have been affected by this. Over 21,000 women, and they've lost over $143 million. So this is a lot of money that we're talking about, okay? Now, these boys, these young men who engage in this, they call themselves. So have you guys ever heard anybody say Yahoo boys? Heard that terminology, Yahoo boys?
Yes.
So Aaron, tell me what you think a Yahoo boy is, and how did you hear the terminology Yahoo boy?
Oh yeah, well actually, we may have to talk about this a different day and time, but I was actually scammed. So I'm actually a victim. Before I met my fiance, prior to that, I was actually scammed by somebody, and that's when I first learned about Yahoo boys and 419 and all of this. But it's basically just a ring of scammers. It's a ring of them, and they have a script that they follow. And because I've had some even bold enough to come in my Instagram, in my inbox, and message me. And the first thing they want to know is, before they even ask me what my name is, they want to know what I do for a living. That's a red flag right there. Everything's about money. They don't even know your name, but they want to know what you do for a living. Why? What do you do for a living? Let's talk about that. That's a better conversation, but it's, like I said, again, that's some of the telltale signs. Like I said, it doesn't take long for you to detect these things. It's very, very obvious. And when you see that, run. Get away from them, because more than likely it's a scammer. But I'm very familiar with the Yahoo boys, and they're very dangerous, very high tech, clever group of men and women. I heard it's girls that do it too. It's not just the guys, it's girls too. So very dangerous.
So Georgie, when you
Do y'all
so
get
let me
the
ask you
feelings
something,
that are
Aaron. Before you got scammed, Aaron, had you heard the term Yahoo boy?
I didn't. And what make it
You
so
had
bad?
never heard the term.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't want to publicly announce who the person was, but believe it or not, oh my God, it's a long story, KeKe. We'll have to talk about it in person, and I guess you can just kind of dissect what you would like to share about it. But it was a celebrity that's very well known over in Nigeria. That's an actor. And this particular person has a really bad reputation for scamming women. I'm serious. I'm very serious. And I was devastated. I went through this with this person for 6 months, and I was devastated.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
First I want to say I'm really sorry to hear that, because I'm sorry, because I didn't know that when I asked you to come on here. I had no idea.
Oh, it's okay.
Issue to you.
Okay.
But secondly,
no, it's okay.
When I was doing this research, there was a Nigerian celebrity that people were pretending to be him. He was a Nollywood movie star. And people were pretending to be him, but it wasn't.
Yes.
It was really not him. But Aaron, let me tell you, in all fairness, if you don't watch Nollywood movies, there's no way you're gonna know who this person is. That's what I'm saying. Only reason I knew.
Yeah, I didn't at first. I didn't at first, but I got evidence on this person. I got evidence on this person that it was actually him, because I got a photo that nobody else has. And in the photo, I specifically asked him to pose a certain way while we were on the phone, and he sent it to me while we were on the phone. Within 3 minutes, I had the picture, and he was positioning himself exactly how I asked him to. And I never talk about it. Because he is very well known. He has a lot of fans. He has a huge fan base. And yes, there are people that try to imitate him a lot. I've had them come in my inbox. That part is very, very true. But at the same time, that person is also taking advantage of that and doing a little bit of dirt himself. Yeah.
And then he can say it wasn't me, it was the scammers.
Exactly. It was the scammer.
Yeah,
exactly.
I believe
there you go.
Jesus.
Yeah. They're like our celebrities. I was surprised to see how little bit of money that they made. That's really shocking to me. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same person I'm thinking about. I wouldn't be surprised if he was doing stuff like that, because he's had some serious issues. So I wouldn't be surprised about that. Now, George, have you ever heard the term Yahoo boy? So tell me how you know what a Yahoo boy was.
I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear you.
Yahoo boy. Do you know what a Yahoo boy is? Have you ever heard that term? And how did you learn what it was?
Because upon when I first was talking with my fiance, I did a whole bunch of research on Nigerians and just different things, and I finally came across like scamming. So after hearing about the Yahoo boys and about how they different ways they scam people and how much money that was lost, I was like holding on to my chair like oh my God. Oh my God. So yeah,
what have I got myself into?
My brain would like do like it was kind of like, and I'm not gonna even lie, like trust is very important in a relationship. But I was at war. After that, I was at war with my fiance.
I was at war.
But I was at war because I mean, like, at the time or whatever, I was very fond of him. I liked him, but at the same time, it's like, Like
I gotta make sure he ain't a Yahoo boy.
Yeah, he never gave me a reason to believe that he's a Yahoo boy. I mean, but I had to make sure. After hearing all that and seeing all that stuff, I was for a week researching about what I saw for scamming and Yahoo boys for a week. So
but that's what you have to do. You have to at least have your guard up to a certain extent. Otherwise, you will get taken advantage of.
Exactly.
You have to have your guard up to an extent. Do y'all get those people who come into your inbox talking about like you've been cursed or you've been to call me and I will break up a curse for you? You guys have never had that? You guys don't get babalaos and stuff like that in your DMs? Oh wow, I get those all the time. That's funny. They must be targeting different type of people based off of different type of things. But
They do. They have a profile.
Yeah, it's been a while,
different
but I used to get
have different
like dear sister, I got a message from my ancestors that I need to talk to you. I am a great and powerful Babalawo in Nigeria. If you send me money, then I can break up this curse and you can receive all your blessings. And it's like, excuse me, no, thank you. You are not talking to my ancestors.
No.
But I did notice when I got on a spiritual YouTube video, and then I did comment from somebody who was weird like that, who was talking about, they could do a reading on me and all this just crazy stuff. But I blocked this dude because he was just too weird for me. He was just way too weird for me. But you know why when you research Nigeria, that's what you find is this scam stuff. You guys know why? That's first thing that come up is that. And that's because Nigeria is the number one country when it comes to scammers.
The scams.
Unfortunately, so sad. It's true. Yep.
Yeah.
For the number one country. And the 419, do you guys know Yahoo boys do something also called they'll do a romance scam and they'll do a 419 scam. So tell me something. Have you guys ever done a 419 scam?
I have not.
No.
No. I heard of the 419, but I thought it was interchangeably with the Yahoo. I thought it was the same thing. I didn't know.
Yeah, I did too.
It is.
Yeah.
No, well, that's because Yahoo boys do it. So Yahoo boys will go to a house that's empty. Say the people are in the United States, and they'll say the house is for sale. Okay, the house really isn't for sale, but the Yahoo boy will say the house is for sale, and then they'll sell the house and take the money, and the owner of the house will be in the United States. So 419 are property scams. Land scam, like they tell you I'm selling you this land and it's really not their land to sell. Okay, when y'all go to Nigeria, look around on buildings and see if you see no 419. Look for that and you'll see it, and you'll see no 419. And that's what that means. That means no property scam. This property is not for sale. So that's what a 419 scam is. If it's 419, because that's the violation of the penal code that they're violating, which is 419. Yahoo boys are known for that. They are truly known for that. Yeah, so that's what you got. Then they're known for, the romance scams. They do that also. So this is what I found too. Have you guys ever heard of Boys? These are another scammers. They're from Nigeria. They're the G boys. Now think about it, because we're talking about black people. The boys.
I never heard of them.
If they was we was talking about being from here, I think the G boys what we was talking about, black men from here. The G
thugs,
boys.
the gangsters.
The G boys. Yes. The G boys are the senior Yahoo boys. So when I was at that you guys the hotel, and I was telling you I was at bar, and I kept seeing all these men come in with all this money and women, and they was just throwing money everywhere, and it was just crazy, ridiculous. Those would be G boys, because G boys carry themselves like that. And Yahoo boys, this how you know you dealing with a Yahoo boy, because I was going through this one page I was looking through, and I saw some women on there who they're involved with Nigerian men, but these men look just like Yahoo boys, and they behave just like Yahoo boys. I could tell from the pictures, and I'm looking at these pictures, and I'm thinking, dag, does she know she dealing with a Yahoo boy? Does she really think he got money like this? Does she really think he worked and got his money? Do she really think that? So let me tell you. Then it came to me, she probably don't know, KeKe. She probably don't know. She probably has never sit down and researched Nigerian scammers. So you need to tell her. So this is how you know, lady, you dealing with a Yahoo boy. While you thinking this just got money and he just got it going on, let me tell y'all, he probably a Yahoo. So boys, first thing, they spend lavishly. So when you go to Nigeria and you see them coming in, spending with 3 women, buying a car, spending whatever, that's probably a Yahoo boy. Okay, they do things like I said. That's how they make their money. They make their money online. You're not going to see them going to work. You're not going to see them going to office. You're not going to know what they do. Okay, you just gonna know this dude got a whole bunch of online. He really does work online. Okay, and again, you won't see his friends. You have his friends. Okay, and you know what else he's gonna have? If you notice that he has lots of electronic, a tablet, he has a laptop, he got a desktop, he got several cell phones.
Several phones, yeah.
Multiple.
Yeah.
Yes. And he lies consistently. You are probably dealing with a Yahoo boy. Okay. And if you're dealing with a Yahoo boy, you better be careful. Okay. You better be seriously careful, because Yahoo boys have started to things. Because Nigeria, COVID did things to us, it messed up our economy. So just think what it did to the economy in Africa. Just think what they're going through. Like when I was just in the Gambia, like the whole tourist scene in the Gambia is so messed up now because of COVID. So many people are out of jobs. So people are just with nothing. So think about this.
Yeah.
If you a Yahoo boy, you can't even scam people because it ain't no scamming to go on. So you got to increase your skills. You're not going to just stop. So guess what they do now? They got this thing called Yahoo Plus. This one is crazy. Anybody ever heard of Yahoo Plus? No,
I haven't.
Yahoo Plus, 2 of them. There's Yahoo Plus and there's Yahoo Plus. Okay. Now, these are the ones you got to be really careful about, because these ones, the Yahoo boys just use the internet. Okay. They're just going to use the internet, scam you out of money. But the Yahoo Plus and Yahoo Plus, they're going to use things to get you to do things for them. So look, you know how don't ever do that anymore. If you do that, you take those fingernails and you flush them down the toilet right away. Don't you ever fingernails laying around. That's why I don't like to go to manicure people, people who do your nails. That's why I really don't like going to them, because in case y'all don't know it, people can put juju spells on you with your nails, your
any personal item,
your toenails. So if he say, "Oh, man," yes. Go ahead, Sierra. Any personal items.
Any personal items, like your hair. If you lose like little pieces of your hair lying around, or like even if you drink out of a cup and you leave like your lipstick print on a cup.
Yes. Don't do that.
Or if they like try to touch your forehead, or they try to touch your the top of your head weirdly, that's not good either.
Wow.
Or sometimes they can give you a piece of enchanted jewelry or something like that.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
So that's what I'm saying. People, and the next thing they said they use rings. Ring. And this ring will actually be a charm, okay? And this charm will have something, they call it a power of compulsion, okay? This spell, they'll go get this ring and have this man or woman, whoever they are, a traditional doctor, put a power of compulsion spell on it, which will make you be compelled to do whatever they want you to do. So they'll give you this ring and say, here you go, Aaron, Georgie, here you go, Sarah. I bought this for you. I love you so much. I just want you to take this ring. You take it, ain't thinking nothing of it, but really, this is a ring that's got some kind of charm on it that's gonna compel you to do things you wouldn't normally do. Yes, Nicole M. She said, and I heard pictures. Yes, they can take your pictures. And just think, y'all, how easy it is for somebody to get your pictures.
Right. Now I do know about that one. I know people about the pictures. Yeah.
They can get your pictures. Yep.
Yeah.
And the one thing, that these are some of the things, these Yahoo Plus boys, okay, they do certain things. Another they'll do that y'all,
did you guys
are not aware of.
Nicole's comment that she heard pictures, because they will use your likeness too. They can they can use pictures of you. Or be careful about who you share your natal chart with, like your full natal chart, and be careful about who you share your mother's full name and like where you were born and stuff like that.
Yeah, don't tell anybody.
Wow.
Don't be. That's very important. Do not tell an African, okay? That's like a government. That's like here, y'all. Do you go around telling people your mother's government name? No.
Or your social.
We don't do
that's
that.
basically
And
like giving them your social.
What's your mother?
If you tell them your mother's name and your birthplace, that's basically like telling an African your spiritual social security number.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
They got you then.
I didn't know
they
that.
Got you. Yes, they got you. So if they asking all that, no, don't tell them that. They don't need to know that. Now, when you get married, even when you get married in Nigeria, they don't ask your mother's name. They ask your father's name. Okay? So no one should be asking you your mother's full name. You want to go read the comments? I'm sorry. We have people commenting on here. I'm sorry, y'all. I want
to so blessings,
because this was so.
You're right. You know them very well. You're very educating. And then she said, yes, you're right. And then Nicole M just said, yeah, she heard about the pictures. And that's what I read them all pretty much. Oh, Love and Nija said it was hard before Trump for Nigerians to get visitors visas. And I heard that too.
Wow.
Yeah. So after they do these things, they still have to do things. Okay. So after they get your fingernails and do the charm, the God that they serve, you got to do something else. Okay. If he's doing this for you, you got to do something for him. So the thing that they have to do. Okay. Some of the corpses, which means carry dead bodies in the middle of the night. So if all of a sudden you wake up and your dude is gone and it's the middle of the night, and when he come back, you asking him questions and he can't give you no real answer, yeah, he might be a Yahoo boy. Chances are he may be a Yahoo boy. They'll have body marks on them. These aren't tribal marks. Now, some people have tribal marks on their face. Some of the Yoruba do this, I believe that's who do this, on their face in Nigeria, okay? But it won't those marks, it'll be other marks, okay? They'll just have these odd body and say, what is that? And they won't ever be able to explain to you what that body incision is, or they just won't talk about it. Okay, so that's another thing. Ritual chants, like you hear them dance, just chanting cool stuff. You feel when something's not right. So if you hear somebody chant something, you know, in the middle of the night when you sleep and he's supposed to be asleep, yeah, that's not normal. If he say he praying, that's a lie. Okay, he's not praying. So yeah, he praying. I'll take that back. He is praying. He's praying to his God. Okay, but I don't know if you want to be bothered with that kind of God. And also, listen to this one, y'all. This is serious. These people, they have sex with ghosts. I don't know if y'all believe this or not, but I truly believe this, because a ghost is truly believe in the spirit world. And I believe people are so desperate for money that they will make deals with the spirit world to get whatever they want. And Yahoo Plus, that's exactly what they're doing. So one of the things is, if they have this spirit over there and this spirit requires sex, because some of them do, they have sex, they have to have sex with the spirit. Yeah, they'll do that. Wow. They'll do that also. Okay. They practice voodoo, and again, they use charm. And I'm not saying voodoo is a bad, voodoo is just like any other belief. You can use it for bad or you can use it for good. But these people tend to take the worst parts of voodoo and use it to manipulate women to give them money. Y'all, this is what it's all about, money. And this is the part where it got crazy. Tell me if y'all ready for this one. Like Tupac said, y'all better pass our seatbelts because it's about this one. Okay. Yahoo Plus and Yahoo Plus Plus will wipe women's private parts with a towel after sex. They will use that towel with your bodily fluid on it to cast a spell on you, to get you to do whatever to do. And let me tell you, you know how dudes be like, well, let me just keep your panties, baby. I just want to keep your panties, just some remember you by, you know, just don't do that. Don't leave your panties nowhere. Never. Because they'll, you know, where you drip down, where after you done had sex, you know, you're gonna be wet down there. Okay. Even if you wash yourself off, you still gonna be wet down there. Okay. Where your fluids have dripped out. If he say to you, oh sweetie, why don't you just let me keep your underwear so I have something to remember you by? I just want to say I'm crazy to get you to give them to him. No. Because y'all know what to do. He gonna take that panty part, like Erica said she did, and cut that. He gonna take that to the traditional doctor. They're gonna cut that up, grind it up, and they're gonna make a spell. They're gonna kind of charm to use on you. And that, let me tell y'all something. This is something my ex told me, because his people are known for voodoo. Okay, always told me, you don't have to worry about voodoo or people putting spells on you unless they're a blood relative. You gotta have somebody's blood to really curse this person or to really do harmful things to this person. Okay. So when they get your bodily fluid, that's like your blood. You see what I'm saying? And once they get that, they can do pretty much anything too with that. Yes. Your DNA. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. That's your mother's DNA. That's everything. Your DNA. Yeah. Ladies. Yeah. So y'all, I'm reading this in the middle of the night and I'm going crazy. I'm sitting here like, I can't believe it. And this is all done for money. This is all, they doing all of this for money. And so another thing they said to be leery of, but you dealing with an African man, a Nigerian man, and he asks you to have sex on a towel. If he says he wants you to have a sex on a towel, or if he wants to wipe you with this personal towel or with this cloth when, you know, you done, because he just want to, you know, clean you up, don't do it. Because that's the same thing. That's the same thing. That's the same thing he's doing.
Yeah,
he's
that's
taking that tab with your body, with your DNA. It is. See what I'm saying? It's worse there. It's worse than your hair because it's your blood, it's your DNA, and they got you.
Right.
And that's one of the things that these
Another
Yahoo
one is being
and these people,
now these are people on your period too. I don't like that, but some people do. But if you let a man do that while you're on your period, that he could bind himself to you and start having you acting all types of crazy.
Wow.
Well, explain to people what binding. The people don't. Everybody don't even know what that means. What is binding? When some bind them? What do they mean? Mm-hmm.
It means attaching their energy.
Your men want you to do that.
It means attaching your energy to them.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times women do this to men so that they won't leave and they won't cheat or et cetera, et cetera. But what can also end up happening is if they can catch wind of it and they can get control of it, then they are basically controlling you. And now you're the one that's acting crazy and you don't know why, because basically both of your souls are tied together now, even deeper than they would have just been.
Right.
So you got to be really careful.
Yeah.
You do. And these Nigerian men, these men know this because they're raised in this environment, so they know what to do if they want to do it. They know exactly who to go to. Do you know, when I was researching this, they said in Ikeja, in Lakey, in Victoria Island, there are so many traditional doctors who can make these charms and put these spells on people, because look who lives in Lagos, the rich people. And they're the ones who are going to these people to get this money. So they got to have their traditional doctors close to them. And that's why you have so many of them in Lagos. And so many of them. And these are some of the things that they, and then another thing they said, okay, y'all, I don't know if, well, sometimes when you go to Africa, you got to use the bathroom outside. Okay, y'all, some houses don't have bathrooms. Okay. And sometimes you got to use the bathroom outside. Okay. They even said, when you do that, you got to be careful, because what that dude can come back and do, he can come back and that area where you use the bathroom, he can come back and scoop up that part, and they can use that where you use the wetness and use that for rituals also. Yeah. So it's anything that belongs, because it has to be, like you said, Aaron, anything with your DNA. And that's with how they get DNA. And these are the users. Okay, that's why the users, to me, are more scammers. Because the scammers, if you ain't giving them no money, they're gone. They don't have time for you. They're not gonna spend time on you. But a user, he gonna work you. He gonna work you. He gonna work you. He gonna keep going till he get what he want from you. And that's why you be so careful from them. And you know, it's only one out there, y'all. We gotta talk about it. Say it again.
I was just saying, hey to Sharon Bergen. She stopped in.
Oh, hey Sharon. So then, hey Sarah, mute. We can hear your water.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Sarah. So this for the trade off for their God, because remember, their God is not going to do give them this money for nothing, even though they gave him your essence, your life, pretty much, you know who you are. Even though he gave that, he still has to do something. So this is what he got to do. One day he has to go crazy. So one day you probably just won't see the dude, or you won't hear from him. He won't have no explanation why. He has to deal is he just has to go mad for that whole day. So he has to have some kind of mental breakdown. Okay. He has to just go crazy for that one day. Okay. Another one is that they have to eat human waste. That's another one. The other one, they have to bark a dog once a month. And y'all know, I actually saw a video of this. It was a Nigerian Yahoo boy. Lavish car, Everything, can't explain where he got his money. In the middle of the night, he got out of his car. He was barking like a dog, and somebody got it on videotape. Yes, and they showed it. Wow. So this stuff is real. I've seen all of this. Everything that I'm saying to you, I've seen it. I've seen it. I have seen it in Nigeria. So all these if you see any of this, or you hear anybody talking about, say your dude is talking to his friends and y'all hear him say Yahoo Plus, they talking in their language, but you still gonna hear Yahoo, okay? Because that's an English word. So it's still gonna say Yahoo. So if you hear Yahoo, Yahoo Plus Plus, Yahoo Plus, if you hear any of that, be leery. If he talking about he want to wipe you after sex, no, be leery. Your fingernails, anything personal, don't leave that stuff laying around. Don't leave anything personal laying around. Never do that. So that's what I found out, y'all. So what y'all got to say about all of that? Okay, there you go. There you have it. That's
can I start
between the scammer and the user. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. First of all, I feel like if you serve the true and living God and you cover yourself with the blood of Jesus, and you believe that his power and on his power surpass all that, then you cover yourself. You keep yourself covered.
Yeah.
And not only will he steer you away from that, but if somebody try to come at you with another power, that power can penetrate you. That power must bow down to the name of Jesus. And that's how I feel. And that's what I say about that. And I said my piece. I said my piece.
Mm-hmm.
I pass it to you.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm a big fan of doing protection work daily. So maybe just something as simple as repeating, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Or just making sure when I'm taking a bath, I'm cleansing not just my body and my funk, but cleansing my energy too. Asking the water, keep the haters off me, because haters be everywhere. Even just people can look at you the wrong way and put their energy on you. So daily cleansing, daily protection is necessary.
Yeah.
I don't even be keeping my head open for real like that. I be wrapping my head most times. You really have to be protective of your energy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, and I can agree with that, with what Georgie, what she said. You have to know who you are. You have to be confident in that. I know who I am. I know who I belong to, and I cover myself on a daily basis. And I call on the Most High, and I cover myself, my son, and my entire family, my loved ones. And it goes a long way. It really does. It makes a difference. It's a spiritual warfare.
Exactly. And, that's literally what it is.
Yeah, exactly. It's a spiritual warfare. And everything is not intended for us to take on physically. Some things you have to turn over spiritually, and allow the Most High to cover you with and to fight your battles for you, to come up against the enemy. Because that's his whole objective. Is to kill and destroy anything that he can. And he'll use anybody that'll let him, and I'm very careful, and protective of my energy as well. Something that Sarah, that she touched on, I'm very particular about that, and I'm careful about, I don't like, just random people coming up, laying their hands on me. I don't. Yeah, no, I'm funny about that. You know what I'm saying? Because people, they will, energy, it transfers. It moves around. Yeah, right. And somebody, you can be in a perfectly good mood, and somebody can come around and just full of all negative energy, and that can bounce off on you if you're not careful. So that's why you have to be prayed up every day. You have to be. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I agree with that 100%. Yeah.
And you know, my whole thing is that Africa is a spiritual place. It's a very spiritual place.
Yes. Yes.
Going operating on, you're gonna have all kind of problems. I'm telling y'all, like the women saying they're going to Africa. They strictly go to Africa to meet men. That ain't what you want to do. That ain't what you want to do. You're gonna meet men, but they're not gonna be the men that you want to meet. So you need to really, really put yourself in line with the Most High. Whatever God you believe, you need to get yourself in line with that before you even start dealing with Africa. Because them African men, they know spirituality. They know spirituality, and they believe what they believe. They believe what they believe. So if you don't have nothing to believe and you not practicing nothing, honey, oh, whew, I don't even know what to say.
You definitely got to be rooted, because they spiritual life on a whole nother level. You know, that most people over here ain't even ready for. It's on a whole nother level. And then if you're not built for it, trust me, if you're not rooted in your spiritual life, you won't be able to take that on. You won't be able to deal with that. You know.
No.
Yeah.
So just like this one I was reading, it was these posts, and it was unbelievable. Many women were all talking about how you just really got to love, and how it's a struggle in love, and you got to go through this and you got to go through that. And I'm like, but that's not love. And then you got to teach him how to love you, and you got to teach him how to do that. And I'm like, where in the Bible, if you're a Christian, some people are Christians, people are Muslims, some people are not, some people are spiritual. But I've read all the holy books. I've studied all the religion, all the major religions and Eastern philosophies, because I just like that kind of stuff. But I don't recall any of those major religion or Eastern philosophies saying you got to teach your man how to love you. You got to teach somebody how to love you. You don't have to teach anybody how to love you. Where did that come from? That lie be perpetuated to women come from? Because they don't tell the man that. They don't tell the African man, you got to teach him that, but they tell us that. You see what I mean? That's what I'm saying. All of this is spiritual to get in your mind. It's in your mind, like the Bible. And I just quote, like I said, I grew up Christian. The warfare, it's spiritual warfare, and the battle takes place in your mind. That's where the battle takes place at. Your mind. So you gotta really realize that you deserve more than that. If you got a man who you feel like you gotta teach to love, you gotta this, and you no. That's what you want to do, you know, fine, but that's just really not what love is all about, at least from my opinion. I don't think you got to teach love. I just don't think that. You know, like I was telling George, we don't teach hate, we don't teach sadness, we don't teach anger, but we got to teach love. Why is that? Who said that? Who made that lie up? So exactly. You got to really get in touch with yourself, because that was a lie that these African American women are being about these Nigerian men who just basically are narcissists. Them bad, but nobody's saying that. They're just saying, you know, you got to teach them how to love you. No, that's not love. You don't teach love.
It's either there.
You don't teach that.
It's either there or it's not there. It's either you're compatible or you're not compatible.
That's right. Exactly. Exactly. Either it's a fit or it's not.
Right. I gotta go get my kids. But I love you guys.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Next week.
See you next week, guys.
All right. Bye-bye. Have a good night.
Okay. See you. So yeah, that's just something that, you know, women really got to get into. You got to really discover yourself when you're dealing with Africans. You really do. You really do.
Exactly. It's definitely not for everybody. I'll be the first to say that. I was talking to my mom about that. And it's funny that you brought that up, because I told her, I was like, it's not for everybody, because their culture, their belief, the way they go about doing everything, it's on 10. It's on a totally different level, different than what we're accustomed to. You know, you gotta be built and ready to take that on, you know. It's true. Yeah, because you'll have some stuff. Even my fiance, he's revealed some stuff to me that I know that if I wasn't spiritually strong, I wouldn't be able to process that. You know, it'll probably scare me to death. But you know, you have to be rooted and, you know, and know that you're covered and know who you are to be able to deal with that. Yeah,
I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of women are not. A lot of women go to this just thinking, I'm going to Africa, I'm going to get me this handsome black man, we're going to be, all that is true, but you got to realize that black man is coming with a culture and a religion and a spiritual that you don't know. Don't know. And if you don't research it, you're going to become a victim to that. You're going to become, and I've seen it several times. Before you know, you're going to be paying all the bills. You're going to be doing all this craziness. You know, why you doing it, but you doing it. And that's because he probably done put something on you, or he done got in your head to make you believe something that's true that is not true. Like you're nothing, nobody's going to want you. You know, you're getting a divorce, you've been divorced before, you know, blah, blah, blah. But all that is spiritual stuff to destroy who you are on the inside. That's why, ladies, once again, you got to end with who you are. You got to get in touch with who you are on the inside, because you can't look to something outside of yourself to validate you, especially a man. Especially an African man, because you'll get messed up. You'll just get messed up, and
you will.
That's the sad thing that I keep seeing. That is the sad thing that I just keep seeing over and over and over again, and it's all because I don't take the time to research. Like if we was dealing with somebody, we would go ask people. We would go research them. We would go find out whatever we could about this dude. But because we're dealing with somebody from another country, we don't even take the time to ask him, what's your ethnic group? Tell me the name of your ethnic group. What do you believe? See, asking. What do y'all believe? How many wives can y'all have? Is this okay in your culture? Is it okay to cheat? Ask. What do you feel about having more than one wife? What do you feel about cheating? These are things, these are conversations you got to have before you get with this man, or you're going to be a victim. You may not be, but honey, used. You're going to be used.
You're going to be blind. You're going to be blindsided. Yeah, you'll be blindsided. Seriously, it'll completely catch you off guard. You know, you can't be slacking with it just because, you know, it's an African man. That's a whole totally different territory. It really is, you know,
girl, and
that's true.
They because it's an African man, it's nothing. No, when it's an African man, you gotta be on your stuff even because he will outthink you.
Yes.
He will out.
Yes.
I've never seen a man think the fast as an African man. Never. He will outthink you, and you got to be on your stuff, because if you don't be on your game, he's always on his. He's always on his. So that's why I'm telling you, you got to be. And then something else you got to be leery of. Okay. Sign I just thought about. My friends always told me that an African man is not going to live off a woman. He's not going to do that. So you find somebody's trying to support them. You know, they don't have a job. They're not trying to. Now, sometimes it's hard because of, you know, but in Africa, you can hustle and make money. You can carry people's groceries. You can wash cars. You can drive. You can do any kind of hustle, especially in Nigeria, and make money. So if this person ain't got no kind of hustle and they just want to live off you, that's a user. Like me and Julie was talking about 90 Day Fiancé, Michael and Angela on there. Michael doesn't work. Michael doesn't do anything. Michael lives off Angela. That's what he does. That's what he does. I think when he went to go visa, he think that wasn't going to have a role in them deny, because you know they denied his visa. He thinks that's not going to have a role in that. They're going to look at him and say, well, what do you do? I don't do anything. I don't have a job. I don't have a life. So they're going to know you just use poor woman. Right. So that's Michael, fiance. He will. I'd be surprised if he ever gets a visa to come to this country, because you can see what that is. Because those people in immigration know Nigerian culture. It is not acceptable for a man to live off of his wife. A Nigerian man, no African man wants to do that. Right. None of them, y'all. Not one, except for one that's using you. You will live off of you, but he ain't no real African man, because a real African man is not going to be a user. He's not going to. He doesn't have to be. Because he can step.
It's not their culture. It's not in them. They're not built to live off of women. You know, their belief. You know, they're strong men. They really believe in being the head of their household, being leaders. You know, they believe strongly in that, and even if they don't have anything going for themselves at the time, it really bothers them. It depresses them. You know, they feel less than a man. You know, so their whole total makeup is different. It's part of their culture, their belief, who they are. So it's not in them to do that.
I got one point to make. That's just like, you know how earlier we was talking about the different visa, the spousal visa, the fiance visa. That's why I think it's important for most women should go for the spousal visa, because can you imagine if he do get here and then he can't work? It's like, I kind of think that would put a burden on your marriage or your relationship, because he's gonna be looking like, I can't sit here, because I don't think it's in their nature to just sit around and sit in one spot and not do nothing. In their nature, they go out and hustle and work and just make it happen. That's in their blood. So it's just not going to work. It's not going to work him just sitting around looking at you. I don't care how much even if you say, okay, I'll be the supporter, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So
it's not. And you know, it's another thing that and they don't realize that when they come here. The African men do not realize when they come here that, for one, it's going to take them a minute to find a job. Even if they come here with the CR1 visa or the immigrant visa, it's going to take them a minute to find a job, just in all actuality, because they're going to start over with a high schooler. It's like they have no work experience. This country is not going to care what they did in Nigeria or what they did in the Gambia or what they did in Cameroon. They could care less. You're going to start at the bottom and you're going to work your way to the top. And that's just the reality. And I don't come here. I don't think African, especially Nigerian men, I don't think they understand that reality. I don't think men understand. No, I'm not here. I knew a man from Mali who he was a doctor. He came here from France. So you would think he could be a doctor. Oh,
Right.
We wanted him to go back to school. We wanted him to pick up medical school, and he had to go take all the medical exams all over again to be a doctor. He married somebody from here. He was here. So you know what happened to that marriage? It ended. Just like ended. He couldn't deal with the fact that they wanted him to start over again like a child. He could not deal with the fact that he had to go back to medical school. He could not deal with the fact he had to completely start his professional career
over again. Wow.
Their marriage ended.
That's really something.
Their marriage ended. He left and went back to France, because France, he's a doctor. He's a licensed medical doctor. Here he was not.
Right.
No.
Wow.
No.
Oh my goodness.
They won't. that's a big issue. And so, they got to be prepared to deal with that. And I don't think they are, because the alpha male come here, it's not the same. This country don't care about you being the alpha male.
Exactly.
So, that's a big issue. And I don't think like I said, I see her cause so many problems so many times. Was that whole, when they come here, it's like their ego is crushed. Because for one, like Georgie said, they're gonna have to live for us for a minute, because they ain't gonna be able to get a job. So they're not gonna they're gonna have to get money from us. And they're not gonna like that. That's gonna cause arguments, so many problems, so many just cultural issues that you got to be prepared to deal with. And I don't know, now that I look back on it, I really think that had a big role to do with my relationship with my ex-Nigerian husband. I think that had a lot to do with the ending, because like he was a CEO of a company, when he came here. But once he got here, he was nothing. He had to become a factory worker. This man never worked in a factory. He never did laborers jobs. He did office jobs. He went to the university. So when he came here, he had to completely start over again. And it just was too much. It was too much. And then another thing that gets for them is, not all of them, but some of them, it's just all this materialism that we have in this country. Like here at home in Nigeria, it's about the family. It's about keeping the family together. It's about making things work. And the United States, it's about money. It's about what you got. It's about what you got. And a lot of them get into that. They get into what you got. They get overwhelmed. They just get overwhelmed with all of this. And the thing about the nonsense of this is that they feel like, because in Nigeria, if I was born in Nigeria, I would have stayed in that marriage, okay? Because that's just what he expected me to do, to go through that with him. But I couldn't. I can't, because like I said, that expected adultery, I'm not dealing with that. But all of that, I say all of that to say that they're coming here with this mindset. And we got to realize that they're coming here. And then when she won't do what I want her to do, I'm going to call my mom or my sister, and I'm going to get them to go to the juju doctor, and I'm going to get them to try to do something so I can get her to do what I want her to do. And that's the reality. I'm saying all of them will do it, but a lot of them, I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them will do it. Because for the fact that my ex knew so much about it, my question now, and I'm thinking, why would you know this much about it? Y'all sitting around having conversations about this kind of stuff. So, it's like I said, they can do whatever. They have more access to this type of stuff than we do, and they know more about it. So you got to be just really seriously careful with who you dealing with, because you don't know. You don't know. You just got to pray and let God lead you, and trust the Most High God, because you don't know.
That's it. That's right.
You don't know.
That's right.
And you got to be on guard. That's you just got to be on guard constantly. You got to be on guard and trust God's going to lead you to the right person.
Right.
So, ladies, anybody got anything else they want to say? Georgie, Aaron, y'all want to add something before? Are we done?
I just want to. I noticed that a friend of mine, Niger, Loving Niger, she's up in here. I want to give her a shout out.
Hey.
Because, I saw her in the chats. That's my girl. She's very knowledgeable. She stayed in Nigeria.
Hey,
she's very knowledgeable.
Does she?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yes, that's my girl.
Oh, Loving Niger, make sure you come back, please. Make sure everybody comes back. All you ladies, please come back. Every Saturday, come back, spend time with us, because this is why we do this, is for you guys, because we try to share information so you guys won't go through the heartaches and the troubles that we've been through. Like Georgie said, I took a lot for the team. I took a lot of L's for the team. I'm serious. I took a lot of L's. But, it's
so she knows.
Right. So I know, trust me, y'all. I know. And I share it with you because I don't want you to have to. If I can stop somebody from going through that pain and heartache that I went through, then I do. That's why I do this, because I don't want nobody to hurt like I did, or be taken advantage like I was, just because you go into trusting people, and they look for people like that. You guys, they look like us, good people who are trusting and who are kind. That's who they look for. So you just
that's the main target.
That is their main target, and that's no lie. They look for people who are trusting and who are kind, because you're an open-hearted person, and I can easily take advantage of her. And it's sad, but it's true. It's sad, but it's true.
That's right.
So ladies, and just keep coming to check us out. We're going to keep sharing information with you. And anybody got anything else they want to add?
I just want to thank you. KeKe, I got something I want to add to. I just want to thank you for being so transparent about the different things that go on in Nigeria that a lot of people don't like to talk about. It's hard to talk about. And if you don't really know anybody over there that you really trust or that care enough about you to share it with you so you will be aware, then you will have no way of knowing. You know what I mean? But it's not the easiest thing. It's not the prettiest side of Nigeria. But, I would just say to, your viewers and those that's listening to please take heed to what KeKe is saying, because, I can vouch for everything that she has shared. And I can tell you myself that it's true. A lot of what she said, I've been advised by several people that's in Nigeria, and don't take it lightly. Please don't take it lightly. It's a serious thing, and it's a huge thing that's over there in Nigeria, and it goes on every single day. And it's not to paint Nigeria in a bad light. Like I said, not everything. Some of it is exaggeration that you hear about Nigeria. There are beautiful sides to it. You just have to be really careful. Just keep your eyes open. Be cautious. Don't be so quick to jump into anything with anybody, and take your time and get to know the person. If it's meant to be, it'll work itself out. And please pray and keep yourself covered every single day. Very, very important. So that's all I wanted to say on that.
And something else I just remembered that I always tell Georgie, when we sitting and talking about why these women do this, and why do they get in themselves in these situations, and why do they stay? And you know what? I always tell Georgie, I remember Rick James always said cocaine was a hell of a drug. Okay. But I said, but you know what I say? Loneliness is a hell of a drug. Because when you lonely, things you would normally do. These women, yes, they are lonely. When you lonely ladies, that's when you get to doing stuff you wouldn't normally do. That's what happens. Right. Don't be fearful of being lonely. Okay. Don't do that. Don't think,
that's right.
Because I've done that before. I've stayed because, I don't want to go back out here and try to find somebody. I don't want to be lonely. I don't want to go through this. I don't want to go through this. But no, ladies, it's better to be alone and find the right person. Stay with anybody just because you don't want to be lonely.
That's right.
Loneliness it just makes something to your mind. It does something to your mind. That's why when your time when you don't have your dude and you waiting for him to come into your life, that's the time you spend with God. That's the time you spend praying. That's the time.
That's right.
To your ancestors. That's the time you do all of that and telling them this is what I want. Tell God you deserve that. Before I met the dude I'm currently with now, that's what I did. After this Nigerian just took me through the ringer, I said, God, I deserve better than this. I didn't deserve none of that. I deserve better than this. I served you. I honor you. I'm good people. I help people. Don't you think I deserve true love? Don't you think I deserve real love? And guess what?
That's right.
After that, he honored me. He honored me with somebody who truly loved me and somebody who truly respected me. But I had to wait on him. I had to wait on him. And during that time frame, I was praying and I was talking to my ancestors, and I was working on making me a better person. And that's how I started going to Africa. That's how you go to Africa, you guys, because you want to make you a better person. So you go to the land of your ancestors. That's what it's really all about.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. So, y'all, I hear all these fireworks in the background. They about to go off in my backyard. So, anything else y'all want to talk about before we go tonight?
I just wanted to thank Erin for coming. I really enjoyed her. She's been a pleasure, informative. I really did. I'm glad you came on. I enjoyed it.
Thank you, Georgia, and I'm so glad. And thank you all for having me. It's a pleasure. So, and I enjoyed myself as well, and I'm so glad I got to come on and share my experience. So I hope that I helped somebody. So yeah, thank you so much.
Quite sure you did. You did. Yeah.
And look, Erin, whenever we're on, whenever the link is down there, which is down there every show, just click on the link and so you can join the show. Because the information you have, it shares it, it helps other people. You know what I mean? Because somebody's related to your. It's like all three of us are the same, but we're different. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so we give people a chance to different people they can relate with. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's a variety.
Exactly.
That's what I want to give people. Somebody they can identify with. Because somebody met their person on a date. You met your person on a dating site, so they can relate to you and feel like, well, Erin, she did it. I can trust this. You know what I mean? So your input is really knowledgeable from that perspective. Okay.
Yes.
So it's really good to have you. I'm so glad to watch. And now, please make sure you come back. Make sure you click the link to the show. Anybody, any of you ladies, y'all click the link and join the show anytime so we can just talk it out, work it out, and talk it out. All right, ladies. So thank you so much. Go ahead and enjoy your 4th of July. I'm about to get out here.
You too, KeKe.
Because these fireworks just going.
Okay, and thank you again, Georgie. Y'all have a good weekend, okay? Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Happy 4th of July, everybody.